Florida Senator Rick Scott has continued his attack on President Joe Biden. Senator Scott has released another advertisement labelled unfit, which can only be viewed on local cable news. The 30-second clip showcases the president accidentally referring to Scott as hailing from Wisconsin, calls for the president to resign, and also accuses him of forcing America into a recession. The ads will continue in a bid to boost the Republican Party's agenda ahead of the November midterm elections, which cover issues like education, immigration, and the economy. Mr. Scott vows to turn the country around by asking people to visit his website, rescueamerica.com. White House Deputy Press Secretary Andrew Bates hit back at the advertisement. He told Fox News, "Those are interesting words to choose about a president who inherited an economy in its worst state of crisis since the Great Depression and delivered historic economic growth and unprecedented job creation to make our recovery the strongest of any in the world." He continues, "Tellingly, this comes from a senior member of the Republican leadership whose hardcore MAGA economic agenda would be an economic nightmare for the middle class, raising taxes on 75 million working people while sunsetting Medicare and Social Security and requiring a supermajority to ask the wealthy to pay their fair share." This intense and public showdown between Rick Scott and Biden's team all comes back to last month when the Florida senator called for the president to resign because he says he's unwell and unfit for office. The statement he released read, "Let's be honest here, Joe Biden is unwell, he's unfit for office, he's incoherent, incapacitated and confused." It continues, "He doesn't know where he is half the time, he's incapable of leading and he's incapable of carrying out his duties, period. Everyone knows it, no one is willing to say it, but we have to, for the sake of the country. Joe Biden can't do the job." The president fired back criticising Rick Scott's plan, which would require all Americans to pay income tax. This plan would sunset programs like Social Security and Medicare unless Congress reapproves them, raising the prospect of them being severely cut or discontinued. Despite no GOP leader actually adopting the plan, the president has heavily criticised Senator Scott's proposal. When this all came to head last month, a reporter didn't receive much more than a few laughs from Joe Biden when he asked him about Rick Scott calling for his resignation.
Rick Scott, you called out Rick Scott a little while ago in your remarks. Earlier today, anticipating your remarks, he said, and I'm just quoting here, that the best thing, most effective thing Joe Biden can do to solve the inflation crisis he created is resign. He's the problem. The senator added later, Joe Biden is unwell, he's unfit for office, he's incoherent, incapacitated, and confused. These are his words. Offering him a chance to respond.
I think the man is wrong. Can I ask you about